Episode of the Lured Up podcast is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here at the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by the community. You can join our community of supporters on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, where we offer a range of support tiers with various benefits, and all patrons will gain access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And we currently have a goal of hitting $500 in patron support, and you can help us out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor. With tiers as low as $1 a month, you could support a collective of hardworking part-time creators that have a passion for Pokemon, podcasting, and the community here at the Pokemon Professor Network. All right, let's get into the show. What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 332 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Today's Monday, December 30th, New Year's Eve. This episode is streaming live. It's another Eevee episode. It's streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, X, and Facebook. I'm your host, Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle. Yo, Adam, what's up? What's happening?
Right? I feel like Terrestrial Festival is a set, and there's a lot of EVs in that.
Jeez, you're focused. Have you seen those demigod packs, man? Those are solid.
Have you seen the god packs?
Yes, the actual,
god pack
yeah,
is where it's at.
Yeah, dude. TCG's been absolutely crazy lately, but yeah, we've got plenty to talk about. It's our last show of 2024, so this is a big deal. And
the last one? You mean we can't squeeze another one in?
You know, I mean, maybe if we do it tomorrow, but I'm not going to be available. But no, it's look, man, we've been doing this for 8+ years now, so this is it's actually pretty awesome. So I want to take some time at the end of today's episode to kind of reflect, look back on what we've done as a podcast, as a network, and of course we'll look back at the game. But we'll start off by recapping the last week of gameplay, including Charged Embers Hatch Day. This was kind of like, I don't know, a little bit of a filler event for me and for many from what I gathered.
Wait, did that happen?
It did. We also had Delibird Community Day last week on Christmas Eve, which made things a little tougher for some people to get the Delibirds because they're typically doing some stuff on Christmas Eve. But we're in the New Year's event right now. That kicked off today from the time of the stream, actually right now. By the time the audio podcast comes out on Friday, it'll be over. It's a real quick event, just 3 days. But January will, in fact, keep us super, super busy. We'll talk about kind of the events for January. We'll kind of skim through them. I'm okay with this being a little bit of a shorter show this week. Again, our schedules have been all crazy because of the holiday. Once we hit January,
I'm not okay with it.
We'll be back to a normal kind of
the show as long as possible.
Look, man, we record on Wednesdays. We have Christmas and New Year's on Wednesdays. Threw things off. That's why we're recording on a Monday. Yes. But no, once we hit the new year, we'll have a new posted schedule, and we'll do our best, very best to stick to that. Emily, the machine learning brain behind Wayfair's automated, kind of nomination system, had a little bit of an interruption this week with some issues on the technical side. So we did get a update from Tintino in the forums. We'll talk about that. It still has limited use today, but we'll talk about what this means for the everyday Wayfarer, because we have some savvy Wayfarers that may have sandbagged a couple of their nominations versus other people that are like, why are my nominations taking longer than usual? We'll dig into that really quickly. And then we're going to run through kind of memory lane of 2024. We'll look back at all the seasons that we had this year, kind of all the big things that hit the game this year, and some of our favorite moments, between the community and the podcast and gaming and
Spotlight
IRL.
Hour.
Delibird Spotlight Hour last week. No, but we'll talk about all that. So tell me, how was your week?
Oh, we will.
We are holidaying it up. I know that you hosted Christmas for the first time.
I hosted Christmas.
How was that?
Awesome. It was wonderful to have everybody under one roof and just try to start new traditions. Through the years, my parents moved away. My grandparents stopped hosting, so it's been like a weird time for us. It's just that we haven't had any like consistency or special things we do. So we just moved, so it's like I want to make this a safe place and a fun place for my family to come and enjoy Christmas and the holidays with, because spending time with family is super important. And
yeah, no,
it's
dude,
kind of it's honestly hit me like real hard.
That's good. It should, dude. It should. I think that I've never been in a position to host in the recent years, and I'm doing Thanksgiving next year. Already put it on the calendar, so I'm very excited to be able to do that and cook and all that. But no, dude, it's a huge deal, and as you get older, and I mean, and I'm an old dude here, right? So it's like you start to appreciate.
Yeah, what are you, like 20 now?
I'm like 18. It's crazy, but no, you start to appreciate different things as you get older, as you have kids, as your kids get older. It's just like, look, some of the stuff that you might have thought was, not so important as a kid, or you kind of overlooked or took for granted. It's like, no, this is the stuff that we got to like slow down, put the brakes on, and make sure we experience. So proud of you for hosting. I'm excited to host next year for the holidays. And now we hope everyone had an opportunity to spend some time with their loved ones, with their family, with their friends.
Yes.
It's always a good reminder, of the finer things in life that are mostly about our relationships and the people that are in our lives. So super, super, super cool. I'm totally psyched. Did you get to play for Delibird Spotlight Hour? Like, what was your... Oh, no. You didn't get to play! You should have been like, I forgot to get some chocolate chips. I got to run to the store.
I worked.
Oh, no!
So we got out early. The plan was for me to get home and then jump in Chanel's car and drive to her sister's house. That was not what she had in mind. So we took my car, which...
SBM Willow in the chat, by the way, says, sacrilege, Adam.
I'm not going to lie. I don't keep my car. I don't hold cars as like a lot of people are like, cars, they have them on a pedestal. Like, if it gets me from point A to point B, that's all I care about. I'm driving an hour plus a day, so like if I get something from Dunkin' Donuts, or if I get some fast food, like those wrappers and bags and like
gross,
and I get coffees, and it ends up in my passenger's like feeding area.
Okay, where you going with this? What happened?
And there's just a lot of stuff. So I had to like clean out my whole passenger side. And
you do this on Christmas Eve, not like the day before.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure that we were taking my car, but turns out that was the case. So, and it's not the easiest trying to check Delibirds and drive. So. It was like I barely got any.
Oh man, dude, I'm bummed for you.
We got to her sister's house at 6:45, and I'm like, I need to walk. Got out of the car and just went the opposite direction. and I walked, and I probably caught like 40 to 50 Delibirds.
Oh,
I had my running.
Okay, no, that's way better than me, man.
I did a fast jog, if you will.
No, good.
I did catch one extra small, but no shiny and no extra large.
What about no shiny the whole of the holiday events? Nothing? Wow, me neither.
And I clicked every one. And what kills me is that normally Delibirds spawning decently frequently.
It was rare, dude. During the holiday event, it was rare.
On Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And I have a thing where I keep Delibirds that I get on Christmas. Like that's like my thing, my tradition in Pokemon Go. Like that's something I do. I know it's weird, but that's what I do.
Did you not get one?
I did not get a Christmas Delibird.
Oh, and I am very
unhappy about it.
All right, I'm gonna have to trade you one so you could have a timestamp at least. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. That's something that I was very disappointed in myself, but like also I didn't see any, so it's not like. And if I saw it on the nearby, I would have like turned around, pulled over, done something crazy. But we just chilled at the house, and we had everybody over for the house. So it's like I wasn't on my phone very much. It was good to spend time with family. That's all I'm going to say. It was upsetting that I didn't have a Delibird on the nearby, or I didn't see one spawn at my house. So
I had a big family party on Christmas Eve, so I got there around like 5:00. So it would have been weird for me to be like, yo, I know I just got here and making the rounds, and I got a big Cuban family, right? So I got 50,000 cousins with 50,000 kids and 50,000 aunts and uncles. Like my mom's got 9 brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? Big ass family.
Wow.
So it's like I'm just making my rounds through the first, hour, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, do I do it? Do I like leave? And then like Sarah's there, and like, she came to the party last year, the family party last year. I was like, I don't want to leave her. I was like, I might just like run to the store. Like, what do I got to do? But I just called it, and I was just like, that's it. I'll be fine. Just get, incense in the Go Plus and call it a day. And, I think I caught like 10 or something like that just walking around in the house.
Yeah, the Go Plus was on the whole time I was driving, and it only caught like one or two. So it was very...
Dude, no Delibird shiny for me. And, dude, again, no Shadow Delibird. Super bummed on the omission of Shadow Delibird.
This was a good opportunity to throw Delibird in max battles. Like, why Cryogonal?
Yeah.
Like why? Like, honestly, nice. Make Delibird a challenge.
Maybe Delibird will be the mystery one in January. Like, come back. It's all the return season. But
well, it is in this quote-unquote season, right?
Yep. But we are streaming this live on X, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, X. Yep, all that stuff. Shout out to everyone who's here in the chat early. Chase Stop Plays, SB on Willow, Scipio Blues here. Thank you so much for being here. Debbie's here. Fisher J is here. We got some peeps. We got some peeps. So thank you. Thank you so much to everyone. But I say we get right into it, Adam. I know you said you didn't even know that this event happened, but we had the hatch day for Elekid and Magby. And
when was this?
This was this weekend. This was on Sunday. So this was yesterday. Sunday, this was yesterday. Why. But
I worked.
We were confused of like why Elekid and Magby. Like we know that they have a connection with the Electabuzz Magmar thing, but it does fit the theme of the Dual Destiny with Electric Fire. So like that makes sense with the Zekroms and everything. I'm never a fan of hatch days, only because I just. It's a small window. Luckily, these were 2Ks, but I don't know. I just don't enjoy the pressure, this type of pressure that this kind of event puts on you to stay on the move. I don't know. I just think that hatch events might be better served like as an 8-hour event or over the weekend where it's like some kind of hatch thing. There was no hatch bonus, like distance bonus. So I had all these like stacked super incubators. I had a bunch of regular incubators from the expedition access. And this is the only time I'm really breaking out of the single incubator grind, right? Because I'm typically on that on the daily. And I got through the research, the timed research fairly quick. And there was a paid option as well, which ended up having some issues where the ticket was all banged up. But I was done with it really quick, and then I kind of felt okay. I was like, all right, I don't really need to do anything else. There's no chase here. There's no new shiny for me. There's no new costume or anything like that. I kind of felt okay putting the event behind me as soon as the research was done. But look, I know some people. GoCast Chris, we always bring him up. He hatches like a ridiculous amount of eggs. So it's like, someone like him, like this event is probably like great, you know what I mean? But for me, single incubator grind, I can do without it. I didn't mind it too much, but a little bit of a filler event feel, and based on our Zoom call that we had just an hour ago with our community, people weren't too hyped on the event overall, but 2K eggs, we had increased shiny rate. I didn't get a shiny. I think Kat in the chat said she had one leftover egg or one egg that she had randomly picked up and got the shiny Magby, which is kind of cool. There was the timed research and the $1 timed research, which I think some people ended up paying $2 for, and then they got random weird Sandy Gas prizes. Like the whole box was all screwy. They fixed that and gave people some kind of compensation for it, but what a nightmare, of course. The extended bonus where over the weekend, there was half-hatch distance over the whole weekend. There wasn't like anything specific to the 2 to 5 window that the game was asking you to play. I don't know, man. How do you feel about these hatch events compared to the other day events that we have, like raid days or research day? For me, hatch day is like, I don't know, at the bottom.
It would be a better if it was like, the weekend long, or if it was a hatch day, it was actually, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it doesn't make sense. Like if you're giving us eggs and you expect us to move, like, I don't know. I feel like people are at work from 2 to 5.
Well, also, this has been a big contentious thing. You can't trash eggs, right? Like when you can't go into the event like, I got a bunch of 7Ks, 5Ks, 10Ks, whatever. Let me just get rid of them to make way for the 2Ks. Like you had half-hatch distance starting on the Friday, but if you didn't go into your 2 p.m. window like with a clean slate or ready to go, ready to spin some stops and get these 2Ks, it could put you half an hour into the event before you get through like your first batch of like older eggs, making that window of the event even smaller. So I don't know. I think this event would have been a little bit better served over a longer period. I don't think a hatch day kind of suits the 3-hour format as well as like a raid day or a research day. But K Sarah, it's over, it's behind us. You didn't even know it existed. But it's
that's literally how I feel though.
It's over.
That's literally how.
But that has led us directly into today with the release of the New Year's 2025 event, the Snow Beanie Pikachu and Party Hat Wurmple in the key art. And this is only, like I said, only running till Wednesday the 1st at 8 p.m. All about excellent throws. If there's ever a time to farm XP, take an extra second to set your throw and try to get these excellent throws. 2,025 XP for excellent throws. So more than double the XP total for excellence. And throw a lucky egg on and you can really crush it. Explore with decor. We got festive fireworks to light up the skies. Is that even on? Oh yeah, they are. They are on. I'm like looking at my phone real quick. I'm like, are the fireworks there? Oh, hold on. Yeah, they're there. They're there. All right. The fireworks are there in the background. I got my Delibird outfit on, and I'm showing everybody here.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
I gotta change it though. I gotta change. It's over. Christmas is gone. But Wild Encounters, we had some of the older ones. Jigglypuff with the ribbon, Hoot with the New Year's outfit, which is such a good shiny. If you can get the bright yellow Hoot with the gold, glitter top hat, so good. And then Wurmple with the party hat, Agent X saying that he got the party hat Purmple. Called it Purmple. I love that. In raids, Pikachu with the beanie, Eradicate Wobbuffet. Again, for newer trainers or trainers that were out of the game during the time that these costumes came out, this is a nice time for them to pick it up if they're collected on the decks. Field research, timed research. Again, there's that paid timed research for New Year's. 3 premium battle passes, 3 lucky eggs, 2025 Stardust, an event-themed Pokemon, including Pikachu wearing the beanie, Eradicate with a party hat, and Wobbuffet with the party hat. Adam, are you getting a secret message?
Yeah.
But yeah, so showcases, all that good stuff. I don't know, man. We have brought up on the Discord call earlier the possibility of Niantic phoning in some of these events. And it kind of started with the talk of the Hatch event, and then we started talking about the New Year's event. No new Pokemon, no new features, no new shinies, no new costumes. What are we? Are we just like on this rotating cycle of events? Like, oh snap, it's New Year's, we better throw the New Year's event on. Did this event need more, or is this kind of I don't know, not so exciting event lineups kind of the new normal because the calendar is so packed. Like, does this seem like filler to you at all? I don't know.
It definitely seems like filler. Just like something that's let's just put something on the map.
I don't know. I don't know. It would have been really cool if they, granted, look, we had Dedenne, we had Wooloo that were both absolutely amazing costumes over the holiday, like some of the best costumes ever. But if you're going to make the New Year's event a costume event, give us a new one. Give us a new Slowpoke with 2025 glasses or something like that. Mythical Hitch on the Discord call was just like, he's just like, I hatched something or got something. It was like a 2020 Slowpoke with the 2020 glasses. He's like, where did that come from? It's like, why is there no 2025 Slowpoke? I would have liked to seen this event with at least the new costume. That would have prevented the feeling of, all right, this is kind of a lame duck event, in my opinion. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I as I was catching today, I was realizing, like, man, all these costume Pokemon really do make box maintenance a pain in the butt. And I am on that shiny chase, but when they're so frequent, like they are in this event, I don't know, it takes away the draw, the allure of chasing something down because they're just so common. Like, obviously not at my house. I don't have spawns at my house. But I mean, if I were to walk in, downtown, at any given point, I could have 3 Hoot Hoots and, 2 Wurmples on the stream at the same time. It's like there's no shortage of them. I don't know. I'd love to hear what everybody thinks. If this, between the Hatch event and the New Year's event, is this really closing the year strong, or is this kind of, I don't know. Is it kind of a bunch of filler?
It just feels like a rerun. We've already had this before, and it is nice to see the old ones, but just like put them in raids. Like put a Hoot Hoot in a raid.
Didn't they used to do that? Or like on Community Day, Yeah,
didn't we have Nidorino? Like throw Nidorino, Raticate, Wobbuffet, Wurmple, Hoot Hoot in raids, and then just like, I don't know, the fireworks are there, cool. Give us some sort of chase.
Yep. But, like I said, they're not January events. They're still December events, but January is going to keep us very busy. We kind of skimmed through this stuff last week. We'll skim through it now. Deoxys coming back for the 857th time. We are getting a new Mega.
It's still better than the Reggies. It's still better than the Reggies.
I'll give you that. It is still better than the Reggies.
Like, I'll take a Deoxys over Regidrago or Regieleki.
Oh, no. Regice. Don't forget the real important one.
No. We know that's the best one. Come on.
Mega Glade is gonna be coming, so that's pretty exciting. So that is good. We are getting something new on the Mega front. Here's an interesting thing with the max battles that are going to be pushing out through January, right? So all the way through January 20th, we don't have any new max battles. We had Cryogonal come this past week. It's sticking around.
Which I did find, and I have done
good
several of them.
And if you have stacked, built level 40 fire counters, Dynamax or Gigantamax Charizards, you're fine.
Cinderace.
But Cinderace.
Cinderace does take a lot of damage.
No, but I did hear rumblings of people getting surprised by Cryogonal's tankiness. And it was just like, you may have to go, like, if you're trying to solo this, you might have to go through 3, 4, 5 Dynamax cycles to like close this thing out. So there is some challenge there, but nothing new.
I've had to like max guard and heal and all that stuff. Yeah.
But nothing new. And with the fact that all Pokemon can Dynamax, we have a lot of time to stretch out the Dynamax mechanic because every Pokemon can Dynamax. I couldn't agree with you more here, where one of these weeks should have been, if not last week, should have been Delibird. But I don't know. Another 20 days of the same max battles, I may not be too excited about about all that. Going into the closing weeks of the month, though, starting on January 20th, we do have a mystery max battle Pokemon here. Same thing with the last week of the month. Do you think that this isn't two releases, right? This is the same Pokemon. They're just going to plug it in both weeks. Like, it's not like one Pokemon in the 20th. And one, okay, that's what I figured. I don't know what it could be, but it will be nice to get Beldum back in max battles. I think that's just a solid chase with the Mega Evolution component as well. But it'll be interesting to see what they bring.
Because that's a little bit more expensive, though, for max particles, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured.
But
because it's like it doesn't give me the desire to want to do it to get the XL candy, because I'd rather get the XL candy from something smaller.
I've done only a few battles recently. I've been just spending all my max particles on powering up, just like, powering up the best Krabby I have, the best everything, Yeah, like I'm just like using it to do it. Mega Lopunny coming on the 4th, Gallade on the 16th, Mega Metacham closing the month out on the 24th, and then the Max Mondays, they got a bunch of question marks here, but I don't know, will the last 3 Max Mondays be the same 3 Pokemon, or will they actually release more than one new Max Battle? We don't know. We'll have to see.
Who knows these answers?
Not me. But if we look at the overall kind of content update calendar, Fidough Fetch coming on the 3rd, Community Day this weekend from 2 to 5 on the 5th, Fashion Week coming back. That's always a fan favorite event. 9-day event, the 10th through the 19th. This might be one of the longest events we've seen. I remember Adventure Week, they would shrink, right? They'd be like, here, it's 5 days, but it's Adventure Week. Now we have Fashion Week, but now it's growing. It's the 10th through the 19th, so super long event. January 11th, Mega Gallade Raid Day. Fashion Week taken over, so it extends from the 15th to the 19th. That's why it's such a long event. The second half is a taken over event. Shatter Raid Day on the 19th. Steeled Resolve on the 21st. January Community Day Classic on the 25th. And Lunar New Year finally kicking in for the last weekend of the month. So again, we talked about it last week. I hope you don't have plans on the weekends if you want to nail every event here, giggity. But there are events every single week, every single weekend. The calendar is crazy. It's absolutely, absolutely crazy. Don't forget about your raid hours too. Giratina, altered form. 2 times for Palkia, 2 times for Dialga, the standard forms. I don't have much interest here. And even though they made a big deal about Deoxys, you'll get the 22nd. The raid hour will be split between attack and defense. And, of course, Shadow Registeel will be around on weekends.
Oh, Registeel Shadow? No way. No way.
So good.
It's never been done before.
That's actually the best shiny of the lot, though. But January is going to keep us very busy. I just hope that these events feel a little bit more substantial. I like the event that has something for everybody. Give me an egg component. Give me a catch component. Give me a shiny. Give me a costume. Give me a good bonus. Give me something like double candy or PvP.
Look at this guy. Gimme.
Yeah. Well,
sounds like he just wants to get a gimme gold coin.
I'm not saying I want it all. I just want one gimmick per event. Give
some combination.
Don't give me an event that doesn't have that allure. Doesn't have that. Espion Willow in the chat says, "Give me Willow."
Dual destinies.
Give me actual Willow dialogue that you don't skip through. I don't know. I don't know what.
It's Abbott now.
I don't know what the plan for Professor Willow is. It's I don't know. There's so much opportunity there. They're just going to have
Pokemon GO TCG set number 2, and it's just going to be all Professor Willow.
It's going to be Professor Willow dodging, getting tapped on the screen. He's going to "Don't tap." That's the name of his movie. It's called "Don't Tap."
No,
actually listen to the dialogue.
Picture of the Pokemon.
Yes,
don't transfer. Like little bubbles. Don't transfer this one.
But all right. So leading into January, we have the start of the new month. The content update kicks off. We have the Fidough Fetch, and we'll talk about this very, very briefly. We'll get through it. The 3rd through the 7th event bonus, Shiny Voltorb and Shiny Electrike with boosted rates. And this is the one that has the different global encounters. We love these. These are fun. I love watching the progress. plenty of conspiracy
we know
theorists.
We're gonna crush it.
I know, that's the thing. There's never been a time where we've ever struggled to do these. I don't know if it's because they are padded or if the tasks are just that easy, but we've always crushed it. But level 2 is what we need to get to here to really have some action, and that's what actually releases the puppy Pokemon Fidough into.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the dopamine.
No, well, yeah, well, that too, but as you start to level up these global rewards, level 3, you get some XP bonus. Level 4, you get Stardust bonus. Level 5, you get triple dust and triple XP. Level 6, quadruple XP. I mean, there's big time incentive here to play. The best part of these global challenge events for me isn't even the gameplay. It's the friends, comparison in your friends list where you could see, how far the contributions of your friend. New subscriber, shout to
Adam.
Chef Elf, subscribing with Prime. Shout to
Chef
you.
Elf.
Thank you so much, Chef Elf.
Let him cook.
Yeah, I will let him cook. I'll also let anyone else cook who has Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which means if you link your account, you get 1 free Twitch subscription every month.
And if you have Amazon Prime, you should have Prime Video, and you should watch Level Up Mega Man.
Yes, that's good. Also, you have Audible in your as included now, so get a Lord of the Rings book or something.
Wait, it's included now?
Yes, it is. So is Grubhub. Did you know that?
No way.
Yo, man, capitalism. If I say that too loud, my girlfriend's gonna come hit me. But no, it's I love watching the comparison of the friends list. I think that's a lot of fun. But this one really behooves you to put in work
see how
early.
good Ken does. It's like caught one Pokemon.
Well, dude, if it's a hatch event, it's don't look. If it's a hatch event, don't look. It's 4. It's I've got TRDF and Vanty on my friends list that are their number gets cut off because it doesn't fit next to their name, and it's I got 4 eggs hatched. It's I'm helping. But no, Fidough is a really cool Pokemon. I can't wait to see this in AR. Yo, Niantic has been posting a lot of AR stuff lately, which is cool, and that kind of coincides. We didn't really have anything posted in the notes here, but playgrounds are a thing, man. They are live and they are searchable on Campfire. So I'm going to be making a little video, so I haven't done it yet. But if I pull up my phone real quick, just to go on a little tangent, and jump over to Campfire, you can actually search.
I'm also jumping over to Campfire.
In the maps, you can search for playgrounds. I have one right by me. So you can actually pull up Pokemon playgrounds in Campfire, check them out, drop some Pokemon there, get some usage out of them. So I'm pretty excited to try this out. I'm surprised I haven't done it yet. I've just been cuckoo with the holidays. But yes, playgrounds are now searchable in Campfire. But Fidough Fetch, this actually looks like not a filler event. We've got some great engagement. We've got some great global challenges. We've got new Pokemon. All good stuff. Then, this weekend, Sprigatito Community Day. Again, dude, the pacing, just, the FOMO is real. If people go on vacation, if people are not able to play, there's just non-stop events. It's absolutely crazy, but we have back to the starter rotation. We have Sprigatito this weekend, dude. Sunday.
Maybe that's the thing for the New Year's event. Maybe it's just an event to get people if you're interested, play. If you're not, don't worry about it. Enjoy time with friends and family. Maybe that is the reason.
Is it the Patsy? If you're gonna miss an event, miss this one. That's what they're saying. It's see, look, no need for FOMO. Just miss this.
They're don't miss Sprigatito Community Day. That's the cat's meow right there,
dude. I'm actually really hyped for Sprigatito Community Day. I like Sprigatito. I like Pokemon Horizons, so I'm excited for this. But if you evolve up, Meowscarada will know the Charged Attack Frenzy plant, of course, so it'll be among good company of evolved starters knowing Frenzy plant. It will also be able to learn the Charged Attack Flower Trick, which is kind of cool. Give a little variety there. Community Day Special Research, if you look here, $2. So we're going from the $1 Special Research. Now we're up to $2 You'll be able to access the Sprigatito Community Day exclusive special research, and they kind of give a little bit more, because the $1 special researches that we've seen on Community Days are about as lame as you could get, right? It's like, catch 3 of these, catch 5 of these, evolve this, evolve that, and you're done. This one, I'm hoping that they actually do something a little bit stronger. I don't know, but it says, for even more rewards, including a premium battle pass, a rare candy XL, 3 encounters with Sprigatito that have the special background. So they are monetizing the backgrounds, which we saw with the holiday event special research, which I loved. I loved getting all those Community Day Pokemon guaranteed with the background.
Yeah, but not when they're garbage IVs. And it's all of them. All
sure.
of them.
Oh,
and I didn't even get a shiny of those.
And they're special trades. If you wanted to like hot swap them with somebody, like mirror trade them, they are special trades. But I don't know. Yeah, but $2. $2. Now, there's something here. It says Community Day continued timed research. It says keep Community Day going with a new timed research opportunity that will last for a week following the event. So now it says trainers that log in during January Community Day, so you have to log in during the event, 2 to 5 on Sunday, will record an encounter with a special Sprigatito with the background, and you'll have a week-long timed research. So I like that. I think that's cool. It gives some value, and there's no charge on that.
Wait, so they're giving that to us?
They're giving. It just says all you got to do is log in. All you got to do is log in. Not
wow,
pay.
You get the background? Ooh, that's fire.
But what
type event?
Sprigatito or not, this is a triple dust Community Day. So if you know what's up with Pokemon Go and bonuses, you want to take advantage of the triple dust days on a Community Day. Well, it's also double catch candy.
On top of an event? And double catch candy?
And you have other stuff going. Dude, there's a lot of stuff going on. So get into those contests, win them, get some goodies for free. Dude, showcases have been treating me very well lately. So I totally dig it. Actually, if I go back to Fidough Fetch, right? So the Fidough event goes through the 7th. The Community Day is on the 5th. So while we won't see stacking of the stuff, so we won't get like 6 times Stardust, it'll stay as 3. We'll still have the other benefits of like XP from the global challenges. So if there's a time to grind, if you're like resource grinding and you want some XP and dust, Sprigatito Community Day is the way to get it. All right, one more thing before we take a quick break, and that is going to be Mega Gallade Raid Day, which is the following weekend. This one is on a Saturday from 2 to 5. Mega Evolve Pokemon debut. Day. So remote raid pass limit goes up to 20, 5 additional raid passes for spinning discs. There's a $5 ticket. This, in my opinion, is one of the best values in the game. Up to 8 additional raid passes, increased Candy XL, 50% more XP, doubles dust. I love these events. I think they're some of the best non-big ol' events, like not a Go Safari or like a Go Wild area or whatever. These bring the community together so well and really combine and allow free-to-play players and paid players to kind of jive. And I just love these events. There's a lot for everybody.
And it's for players that aren't high level to gain a lot of XP really quick.
Well, yeah, if they need to be carried through the raids, it's like what better way to do it than meeting up with a little group and letting them carry you on through.
Pidgeys, let's go.
I'm helping. It's like I would love that. I remember like I always put like my Blissey or whoever I'm working on as my buddy in the anchor spot. And sometimes if I'm with like a smaller group and it all my Pokemon wipe and it's like, oh no, the Blissey comes out. I'm like so embarrassed. I'm like, you got like all these big dragons attacking and then you got Blissey there. Like, it's hilarious. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Wayfarer Emily, and then we'll just take a quick trip down memory lane of 2024, talk about all the seasons we've seen so far this year, and close out 2024 with a bang.
I was gonna say a bang. We're gonna need some more fireworks if we're gonna go out with a bang.
Well, all you got to do is pull up your Pokémon GO game because there's plenty of fireworks in the background. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after this. Hi, chat.
Look at the fireworks in the background.
They are so sick, dude. This game has such sick graphics. So amazing.
I'm just glad it's not confetti, you know?
I didn't even I played all day today. I didn't even realize there was fireworks happening.
There was an event going on?
No, I knew there was an event. Ugh. All right, Adam, I am ready to get on this horse and get this knocked out. I don't know about you. I don't know if you need a breaky break. SPI Willow says, sorry I'm spamming the chat. Never be sorry. We love to hear from you. It's so great that you're here.
Always spam the chat.
No, it's nice with time zones, you know what I mean? So it's people from the other side of the world get to join us. That's a huge plus.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
You say the word and I'm gone.
And we are back from our break. Adam, that was way off. Jeez Louise.
Way off.
That was way off. Again, thank you to everyone who's
not saying.
Yes, thank you for everyone who's here in the chat. We really do appreciate it. But I do want to take a moment to recognize some of our patrons. Huge thanks to our gym leaders, Ben, DJ Wonderbread, Espion Willow, who's here in the chat, Hulda Counselor, Joseph, Kimberly, Maddie G, Mythical Hitch, and Sushi Slayer. And a special thanks to our executive producer, Xander, as well as the other executive producers on the network, Kate the Cons and Monkey Bread. Just make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for links to everywhere that you can connect with us. Check out all the other shows on the network and grab some merch, leave us reviews, send us a message, all that good stuff. PokemonProfessor.com. All right, Adam. Last news story.
Ken.
This actually got announced about 10 days ago in the Niantic Wayfarer forums for Gen Pop of Wayfarer news to kind of make it into the Pokemon Go zeitgeist. Usually takes about a week. And that happened today because I saw an article from Pokemon Go Hub today about something happening with Emily, which is a machine learning tool on the back end of Wayfarer. And realized
There's got to be an acronym for that.
Yeah, there is an acronym. E and then MIL and then Y. Emily. ML machine learning. That's why they name it. But I thought something new had happened, but they were just announcing on the 10-day-old news from the Wayfarer forums. So I'm just going to pull that up really quick. And shout out to Niantic Tintino. We don't talk about Tintino. If you know, you know. But we have identified, this is what it says. It says, hello, explorers. We have identified an issue impacting Emily, our machine learning system, that was causing some incorrect auto-accept and auto-reject decisions. To prevent any further disruptions, we temporarily disabled both auto-accept and auto-reject features while we investigated the issue. We have since re-enabled the auto-reject feature. However, the fix for auto-accept issue will take some time to develop and deploy. In the meantime, all nominations and edits are not automatically rejected, will continue to be reviewed by the community. Okay. So I reached out to our good friends at the Wayfarer, our Wayspotters podcast, and I said, yo, what can you tell me about Emily? What's going on with Emily? Because they are clearly
like, boom, it's
in the know. Well, Professor Glaw, Chris, came up with some interesting feedback here that I wanted to share. And he said the long and short of it is that Niantic discovered there was an issue with the reviewing, right? And it only applied to nominations, not edits. So we just had that whole edit challenge. Like none of that, nothing was going on there, but people were noticing that things that were clearly valid nominations getting rejected and things that were like clearly not eligible getting passed. So there was some wonkiness going on with Emily. So it's a good thing that they did disable it. But this is an interesting point that Glaw brought up. He says, and I quote, I think that some members of the community discovered a way to cheese nominations through Emily and get some things approved that would have never made it through regular voting. Not that she was approving Cole, but people were saying things were in places that they weren't. Public art in people's houses, public playgrounds in people's backyards, that sort of thing. People were tricking her into approving things that were not where they said they were. So, leave it to the nerds, right, to find a way to manipulate a system that is trained to learn how to detect these types of things. So did it do its job and say, hey, we're throwing up flags here? I don't know, because it seems like the people found out, like, hey, there's an issue with Emily, and then they took it offline. So I don't know if the machine actually learned what people are doing. But if one of the way spotters is going to say, like, hey, I think people were taking advantage of something and maybe that's why they dialed it back, I kind of tend to believe that because in my time playing Ingress and in my time with Operation Portal Recon and understanding Wayfarer over the past couple of years, we bust Jamal's chops from way spotters all the time. What's a few meters between friends, right? But while there are the purists in Wayfarer, there's also like this nefarious group that is like willing to break things and manipulate the game board and all this stuff. And they're skilled and they have a lot of resources and they have a lot of ability to write bots and code to do things that they shouldn't. So I don't put it past some of the nefarious people in the Wayfarer community.
That's just wild. That's just too much for me.
Again, it's like, look at this, I don't know why my I voted sticker is next to me right now, but it's like people will post this, and be like, it's at a museum, but it's like their bedroom wall or something like that. And then they just manipulate things to kind of make it look like an approval, something that should be approved. So if you noticed that
I could get this Delibird,
that's a museum piece right there.
Nomination.
No, but
look at this is an art.
Dude,
art.
So here's a great example of someone who's savvy, right? So obviously we have our Pokemon Professor Network private chat where all the show hosts talk. Justin, host of Special Conditions, has been traveling. He went to some incredible places. He was in Hobbiton. He had nominations that he wanted to post. And because of the Emily issue, he's like, you know what? I'm not going to submit these yet. I'm going to wait till they get Emily back online because I don't want these things to go into like the meat grinder of Wayfarer and be sitting in queue forever waiting for a human review or waiting. People were trusting Emily. And so if you've noticed some of your nominations maybe taking a little bit longer, it's because they're not being automatically, well, now they are being auto-rejected if they're really bad, but they're not being like kind of auto-voted or reviewed by Emily. So,
like From First to Last says, there's no one in the world like Emily.
Nice. But yeah, so if you see a delay, it's not a phase. If you see a delay in your nomination review window, turnaround, that could possibly be why. All right, 2024, Adam. What a year for the Lured Up podcast. What a year for the Pokemon Professor Network. I want to take a moment before we reflect on the game to just say thank you to the community and really give an incredible amount of gratitude and appreciation for our audience and our social audience and our podcast audience and our newfound streaming audience. It's been really cool to kind of put all these segments of audiences together to develop this really cool, unique, educated, and engaged community that we have. And I feel very, very fortunate. I just want to take a moment to recognize that we love and appreciate everything that our audience does for us. And we have had some unwavering support over the years, and we really, really, really appreciate it.
And we've had a lot of ups and downs, especially recently, with the issue with me moving and tree falling on the house and all that stuff. So thank you for just sticking with us and being patient when we couldn't get a podcast out on time or having these schedule changes. It means the world to us that you're all willing to stick through it, and even if it's not consistent right now, we are in a better place, both Ken and I. So we will get this train back on its tracks, and I can't wait for 2025.
Yeah, no, we have a Go Fest.
Gigantamax, big, and I can't wait to see everybody again. I want to be out there more. I want to see people. I want to create more content.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm finally in a better place. So
that's great, man. No, that's good. That's good to hear. And you know, we've both in the past year, probably in the past 2 years, gone through some pretty significant changes at home, at life, at work, and moving. We both moved this year. So it's a lot.
Even at work, I'm taking on a lot more responsibilities, a lot more roles.
Me too, man.
It's been a lot.
The owners of my company ended up buying another company, and now I work for that company too. So it's like it's been very, very busy. You know, some story time here. Like over the summer, I finally got full custody of my son, so he moved back in with me. You know, we moved into this house. It's been a little bit of a whirlwind. And yeah, one of the, you know, the key rules of podcasting, right, is consistent release schedule. And, you know, sometimes when that breaks down, it's really rough on the listener. So like Adam was saying, thank you to everyone that stuck with us. You know, we have a plan for January to be a little bit more on top of things because we have a little bit more comfortability at home and with our work schedules and with our lives. So, we're really excited and have some ambitious and lofty goals for 2025. We now have an incredible team at the Pokemon Professor Network between Purified Podcast and Good Morning Johto and Sleep It Off and Special Conditions and Way Spotters and After Darkrai. And, you know, like we have all these shows, you know, I know Lane from Good Morning Johto is chomping at the bit to do more. We're going to be bringing in some TCG Pocket content. We're going to be doing some tournaments. Like a lot of wheels are in motion, and we're finally going to be executing.
That, like, in my head is the first thing to do with cards, but like doing special editions, like I don't know. It's hard. It's like it's trying to find time to play and like that desire to play, but like sit down and play that full 60 card deck, you know, for 20 to 25 minutes, possibly 40, depending if you're playing a stall Snorlax deck or something. But TCG Pocket comes in and it's like 3 minutes.
I love it,
and
dude.
It's very palatable.
I love it.
And I love it. Not like purist gameplay of the cards, so it like hurts my mental a little bit. But I'm willing to have fun with community, and
I thought it was going to hurt me
playing this game.
I was like, I'm not going to like this. If I'm going to spend time battling, I'm going to do it on TCG Live or play with real cards. I kind of that's washed over, man. I'm
TCG Live needs to take whatever Pocket is doing and like try to weave that in somehow, because it needs to be something that's going to grab you. You can go in it daily and like get rewarded for it, and I don't know. It just doesn't feel like that app. Dude, I haven't even touched it since Pocket.
TCG Pocket has become like this family thing for me, where it's like we all open our packs together. It becomes like a series of moments that we all share as a family. Like, oh, rip this pack for me, or open this pack for me. It's like we both have packs to open. Like, I'll rip yours, you rip mine. Like, it's become this communal thing that I really haven't had.
That's cute
with the TCG. So I really enjoy it. But anyway, 2024.
And it allows you to rip for free.
Yes, for free.
As long as you don't pay.
All right. So we're going to take a trip down memory lane. We're going to go back, and some of the stuff, man, when I was pulling up the links for the show notes, it seems like forever ago. But it really has all been this calendar year. So we'll talk about it. And the first season we'll talk about is Timeless Travels, and we have the Hisuian Pokemon here, and this was December 1st, 2023 to March 1st, 2024, so the first season in 2024. And just looking at it right out of the gate, Go Tours, right? We know that the beginning of the first half of the year, first quarter of the year, is when Go Tour is going to be here. This was like the first big IRL Go Tour in Pasadena. You know, just like big stuff happening. There was this was the first time that they were really putting a strong push on routes and party play. So you think about using routes and party play now. They've been trying to push and drive these mechanics for a full year now. And it's, when you think about the long play that Niantic has, what it takes to implement new mechanics in the game and get them adopted by the community and utilized, there's still some people out there that aren't taking advantage of party play and routes. And then there's some groups, I'm fortunate to be part of one. The second we get there and the second we're grouping up, it's like, who needs a party? And it's like immediately starts, that process. SBI Willow in the chat says we got a new character with Mateo. Mateo was a huge addition to the game. Mm-hmm. It was so cool. So
see, this is why we need a Pokemon Go set 2, and it can be
a Mateo trainer.
Team Go Rocket Takeover. Team Go Rocket Takeover. Like that's literally what it could be called. Rocket Takeover.
But
you have grunts, male, female, and then you have the 3 bosses, Giovanni. You have Mateo. You know what I mean? You have Ray. Just saying.
Rye bread.
All
right, so that's
this season brought the best sticker to date.
Was it? What is
the Delibird sticker?
Oh wait, let me pull it back up on
all
screen.
The way down for
there it is, sticker. The Delibird sticker. That's right. Adam.
So that for me was a highlight. That was the highlight for me.
All right, that was Timeless
I
Travels.
like that you just breeze past that one.
Dude, it's a sticker, man. I love collecting stickers. I don't like sticking them on things, though.
Roax just keeps sending me those.
He sends me the blissies, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Next up was World of Wonders. And, this was the Charcadet. Like, think about it. Like the Poiple. Like, that seems so long ago.
This was
with the Ultra.
This was the Willy Wonka, like, Chocolate Factory vibes.
Yep.
Like, that's what this
Captain
this
Pikachu. Obviously, this was Go Fest season. Let me scroll down a little further. But, yeah, we had Poiple, so new Ultra Beasts. We had Charcadet. That was such a chase, such a long play for a lot of people. It took them so long to not only get that, but evolve it up to both forms. This also brought the addition of the Wonder Ticket, which was this season-long ticket, which we've now seen in a couple different forms. We've seen the $14.99 3-month-long ticket. We've seen $5 individual month tickets. We now have bundles for $10 for 2 months of tickets. So the Wonder Ticket was something that is our introduction to the Battle Pass style gameplay that, we might be used to from other games. What else do I have written here? Oh, we had a lot of returning events, like we had Bug Out Sustainability Week, which are pretty much staples on the calendar now. We also had the introduction of the City Safari for the first time, which this was in Taiwan. I cannot wait to play a City Safari. I want to do this so bad. I played the Safari Zone in Philly right before COVID. But the fact that this is, a City Safari does not take place in one generalized area. It's just like the whole city is the game board. I think that's such a cool concept. So I think, in my opinion, one of the coolest things to come out of World of Wonder was the City Safari.
I agree.
Cool. After that, we had Shared Skies. I forgot about this. Completely forgot about this.
But did you forget about the teams with the costume Pokemon?
Oh yeah, that's right. But Shared Skies, this window was Go Fest. So I mean, it's like when you think of all the Pokemon that were available during Go Fest, Mega Rayquaza, you had the Necrozma stuff. Obviously, that was the big deal. Mega Rayquaza was just like a highlight for most trainers over the course of the year. But we did have Fusion come into the game for the first time. So again, new mechanics consistently.
That was a huge highlight
added.
For me.
Mm-hmm. So you had Necrozma, some really amazing marketing that they had here. We had the Mars Shadow being released.
That was the best marketing. And it was, what day was that when that happened? The solar eclipse.
Yeah.
That was so awesome.
Yep. Absolutely
that literally
awesome.
Like that's something that I'll never forget. That is an amazing marketing for that, because Necrozma took the sun away.
That was so cool.
You know what I mean? Like, that was so cool.
Mm-hmm. Espeon Willow also pointing out that season was also where they introduced special research without dialogue. Remember, the little thing pops up instead of like going to Professor Willow like hunched over talking. It was like just like the little looked like a raid pass, like the little special research, and it just loaded the research. It didn't like give you any narrative or anything. So yeah, that's like the day the music died. It's like that's like the day that the narrative died. Poor Espeon Willow. JT Valor in the chat says, crazy how they just forced the real eclipse to promote Necrozma. They control the weather and the space.
Well, I'm sure they do with the amount of money they make. I mean, Pokemon.
So funny. Can I just, it wouldn't be an episode of Lured Up if I didn't take a dig at the creator in the episode.
I know that JT Valor guy.
No, so all right. So I love you, JT. Every Niantic post on social, right? You could be sure about minimum 2 responses from people. One's going to be Cowboy Hat Caterpie, right? And 2 is going to be JRE Seawolf saying he hates the game and doesn't play anymore. So you're going to get those guaranteed, like from every post. But the new one is Fleece King saying, $1 billion company, by the way, right? That's his new thing on every Niantic post. Like whenever they're like, sorry, we spelled something wrong, or whatever, it'll be like $1 billion company, by the way. It takes every fiber.
That just proves,
dude,
that they're human.
It takes every fiber in my body to be like, bro, it's a $9 billion company. He's like, $1 billion company. I'm like, actually, they were valued at $1 billion after round C in like 2017. So you got to get with the times, dude. They're like valued like 8 to 10 bill right now. Anyway, in my opinion, the strongest season this game has ever seen, Max Out, which was just this last season, September 3rd to December 3rd, fundamentally changed the way the majority of trainers play this game. Adam, I know that this season was really big for you. One, because it completely changed the game boards of rural communities. And 2, it gave you another accessible free-to-play option that allowed you to play solo, in pairs, in 4s, in 10, 20. It opened up a realm of accessibility with a brand new mechanic that was almost universally enjoyed. While the Dynamax first came out, when Gigantamax came out, you had this wave of just enthusiasm. You saw some community events reaching numbers that you hadn't seen before. It was just unbelievable. Now, of course, you had the contingency. You and your score bunny, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that, this season brought like my obsession with Cinderace. I got a whole bunch of Cinderace. You got the. See, this is the Dynamax or Gigantamax. It's got giant ears, and it's just chilling out on the fireball.
But no,
like, I don't know.
Look.
It's my new partner Pokemon. I'm excited.
There's a contingency of trainers out there online that were like, Dynamax and Gigantamax, it's a cyclical thing. There's no point in doing it. It only feeds itself. And then you have a lot of trainers who are like, this is fun. This is awesome. It brings fun back to the game. It brings community back to the game. As an IRL only mechanic, it really puts the pressure to, if you want to enjoy this or do it right, you got to do it with a group. You got to do it with a community. So for me, Max Out was probably the strongest season the game has ever seen because of the debut of Dynamax. Of course, we had the Go Wild area, which, again, between the in-person events and the global events, changed the way we play this game. I really think that 2024 was a launch pad for not only Campfire, but for the Community Ambassador program. And that was kind of highlighted by things you saw in Max Out. Incredible events, incredible turnouts for Dynamax and Gmax, and incredible events with incredible turnouts for Wild Area.
Yeah. And you saw trainers' perseverance and like keep trying for these battles. It's like, oh, well, let me power that up. Let me jump back in with different moves. Let me jump back in, and I'll spend some max particles to power up my Pokemon. Like, teams were being built, conversations were being had, teamwork was happening.
Dude,
it was
the IRL vibe was as close to 2016 as I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, it was just I had felt a camaraderie among the local trainers that, even though we get together every community day, even though we get together for every event, the camaraderie just felt so strong during the GMAX battles and Go Wild area at large. It was just, I don't know. It did something for me in my jellies where I was just like, all right, this is
and everybody wanted
a return
to
to form.
Stay out and play. It wasn't like one and done. I mean, there were some trainers like that, but it was, for the most part, everybody just wanted to stay out and hang out and play.
Yeah,
it was a good feeling.
Yep. And then finally, we're in Dual Destiny now, which will carry us into 2025. But we have a lot of stuff still to come.
So far, there's not enough Delibird. That's all I'm saying.
But we know we have Hoopa here, the Zekroms. We know that the fusions are coming. We just don't know how this is all going to roll out. But we have Go Tour coming back, of course. But we know that new mechanics are on the way, whatever they do with those fusions. Sinisty, remember Sinisty? Doesn't that seem like forever ago? That was only a month ago. It's amazing how fast this game churns and burns, but what I believe is that through all the stuff that came out this year, they're really setting up their 5-year roadmap, right? They're giving us all these new mechanics, and if we look at party play, if we look at routes, if we look at even mega raids, these things took a year plus to really start integrating into trainers' routines. So even things that are now Dynamax, Gigantamax, fusions, we may not see this stuff fully integrate into, trainers' lives for another year or two. So I just think that this season, or these past 2 seasons, has really set the groundwork for all of 2025, because I'm confident that every community day or every event like that might community days with ambassador check-ins that require you to be in a party to unlock the bonuses. That's huge. The fact that there routes that might give specific Pokemon new batches of Pokemon, that's going to be huge. The daily adventure incense now having the shiny Galarian birds, that's huge. Again, a return to form where I really do think 2025 is going to be back outside. Maybe just maybe the argument will stop for bring remote raids back, stop it, or whatever, because it's so old now. I'm very excited.
I'm so happy with max battles, and I hope that they learn their lesson and they never do remote raids for those.
Oh no,
yes,
no.
It would be nice for some people, but if they do that, they will have failed.
No, Niantic.
The mission.
If Niantic is good at one thing, it's sticking to their guns, right? And I was fortunate enough to go to Niantic headquarters. I guess this was 3 years ago already, 2-3 years ago. Before any of this, Max stuff or anything like that. But there was one thing that was said at that meeting that resonated with me, and it was kind of this vibe that Niantic is willing to put their vision ahead of their profits, right? And that's a weird thing to say when you're talking about, ask Fleece King, $1 billion company, right? A $10 billion company, whatever you want to call it. But when you hear a company say well, we're willing to put our vision ahead of our profits, and then you have a small but loud segment of the community going well, why are you making these decisions? They don't align with my gameplay style. And typically what their gameplay style means is their habits, right? Their behaviors in game, their spending habits in game. The vision that Niantic has, I think max battles, elite, dare I say elite raids, kind of brought that back to its roots. And I think you're just going to continue to see that in 2025. And I hope more and more things come out that are IRL exclusive, because that's what makes this game special.
Yeah, like Playground. You have to be
Playground.
physically in a spot.
Yeah. Absolutely, because that's what makes this game unique. That's what makes it special.
And I think Playground is just a setup for a PvP where you can do a one-on, like, your Pokemon are there. I mean, I'm
in-person PvP.
In-person PvP.
That's separate from GBL.
You have to be, yes, but you have
like
to
an arena
in a location. Yeah.
What? Dude, that would be so awesome. That would be so awesome. All right, as we wrap up,
5-year plan. I'm just thinking year 5 needs to be there. Actually, honestly, it's probably by the end of the next year. That's where it should be. At least, I mean, honestly, maybe like debut it at Worlds. Like, do you want to see the finals with like live? Like, that would be so cool.
Yeah, sick. As you wrap up, final thought of the year, your best Pokemon Go memory of 2024.
Having a new attachment to Cinderace. I think that is such a big highlight because Max Battles really put the game back on the map for me.
That's awesome.
Like, it was the most positive change for the game that they could have made. And when you do talk about that Niantic wants to put their vision before profits, they could easily have been like, all right, you can use your remote raids for these Max Battles. It's going to cost a remote raid and, a portion of Max Particles or something like that. But they didn't.
Yep.
And I'm so happy and thankful for that, because
I agree.
Here we are. You have to physically be there. So I've done as many as possible. I'm trying to do as much as possible. I haven't had much hundo luck in a long time. And I feel like I've done way more since I got excited about it. So.
All right. So you say Max Battles, best for you?
Max Battles and getting the 100% score bunny was the best moment, because that was the gateway to everything that unlocked after that. And that was me being over the moon, excitement for Max Battles, the grind, the level of depth that I had to take my gameplay to in order to get all the extra candies, all the extra XL candies.
You were more engaged than you have been in years, for sure.
Yes,
for sure. No, that's awesome.
And now my score bunny is, or not, my Cinderace is all maxed out. It's at max for damage. I still need to get it to level 3 in max of the health and guard, but I need XLs for that. And I kid you not, I feel like I've done so many score bunny raids or Max Battles that I should have way more than I do. But apparently I'm not spending the 200 coins to get double my profits every time.
All right. For me, my best memory of the year for Pokemon Go was Go Fest New York City. Being able to have my son with me at Go Fest for like the whole weekend and have him be able to experience that. Our incredible community of friends kind of taking him under their wing and showing him around the city and having him have stuff to do when we're off doing Niantic stuff. And just him being able to experience Pokemon Go from kind of the creator side and get to mix it up with some of his heroes and meet Mystic 7 and Zoe and all that stuff. Like, that meant a lot to him. Just being able to kind of like, flex on his friends at school, like, being driven around in a Niantic golf cart and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like that, those are core memories that, for me and core memories for him. So that was awesome. Kind of all culminated at the very end of Go Fest. I believe it was on Sunday when we climbed to the top of the giant rainbow. I forget who's up there. Swagron, Zoe, Pokedaxi was with us, right?
Pokedaxi, yeah.
And JT Gilly was up there. We're all just kind of like up at the top of the rainbow, and I remember just kind of like looking down over the gameplay area and just kind of reflecting, and I had this like moment of just like, oh man, this is the good stuff. This is what it's all about. And it's so cool that a hobby and kind of a passion project could have taken us to where it took us. So again, just thanks to everybody for supporting the podcast, supporting the network. It means the world to us, and we're really, really, really excited for what's to come in 2025. So really excited to roll all that out. But Adam, you got anything else? Because otherwise, that's a show.
No, I mean, you're talking about GoFest, and like obviously that was a huge highlight, and I don't mean to be selfish on talking about Cinderace when really I totally agree. GoFest was everything and more. Being around all of our friends, podcasting from the Airbnb, having like a live audience, that was
so cool.
That was like very intimate, and it was awesome, and we just appreciate everybody that was there and allowed us to record in front of them. Like that was really cool and
good
special. And like the journey to get there, we had to go through trains, and like it's an adventure, and this game is an adventure. Life's an adventure. And right now I'm looking up, and yes, that's the key light that I have, but past that is the Lured Up podcast banner. I took that home with me, and it's really cool to have it hanging up in the office. It feels really nice. Just if we keep talking, I'm gonna cry. So
thank you so much, everyone. Keep training, trainers. Adam, I love you so much, man. Thank you for another amazing year. And looking
trainers,
forward to 2025. Have a happy New Year, safe New Year. Don't drive under the influence. Call somebody. Call a Venmo. You need money for a Venmo? Call me.
At least you can play Pokemon Go from the back seat of an Uber.
I'll tell you what you can do in the back seat of an Uber. Hey, thank you so much, everyone. Keep training, trainers.
Play more Pokemon.
We'll see you next year. Remember that old